You know that feeling. It's late, you've had a long day, and you're just scrolling. Maybe you're in bed, maybe you're on the couch trying to unwind, and there it is, a video, a short, a post. How I turned $1,000 into $10,000 in a month. The one stock you must buy right now. Why your 9 to 5 is keeping you poor. And for a second, something happens. A little spark, a little voice that says, what if they're right? What if I'm missing out? What if it really is that simple? You feel a mix of curiosity and this quiet, nagging anxiety, because deep down, part of you knows it probably isn't that simple. But the other part is tired. Tired of feeling behind. Tired of the grind. Tired of watching numbers on a screen that never seem to grow fast enough. That tension you feel right then between hope and skepticism, between desire and fear, that's exactly where they want you. That's the playground of modern financial advice. And tonight, I want to talk about 3 specific lies that thrive in that space. Not to make you cynical, but to give you something far more valuable than a stock tip: peace of mind. We have to start by understanding something. Most of what we call bad advice online isn't given by cartoon villains twirling mustaches. It's often given by people who absolutely believe it, or by people who are packaging a complex truth into something so digestible, so clickable, that the truth gets lost in translation. The problem isn't usually malicious intent, it's context, or more accurately, the complete lack of it. When someone on social media tells you what to do with your money, they are speaking from a universe built entirely on their own life, their income, their debt, their age, their risk tolerance, their goals, their secret support system, their lucky breaks, their failures you never saw. They've removed all the variables, all the humanity, and presented you with a clean, shiny formula. And when we listen, we do the opposite. We import that formula into our messy, complicated, unique lives. We try to overlay their map onto our territory. And when it doesn't fit, when it causes stress or loss or confusion, we don't blame the map. We blame the territory. We blame ourselves. So let's reframe this. This isn't about you being gullible. This is about anyone, when they're hungry for a solution, being vulnerable to a good story. Let's break down 3 of the most seductive stories being told right now. Lie number 1. You should be making X% returns. Anything less is failing. You've seen the screenshots, the portfolio charts shooting upwards like a rocket. The claims of 20%, 30%, 50% annual returns. It creates this invisible benchmark. It makes your sensible, diversified portfolio returning 7, 8, 9% feel pedestrian, like you're driving a bicycle while they're in a spaceship. Here's what's never in the frame: the risk required to get those returns. It's like watching a highlight reel of a mountain climber on a sheer cliff face, breathtaking views, incredible skill. But the reel never shows the thousands of feet of empty air below them. It never shows the fall. Chasing these astronomical percentages almost always means concentrating your money in a very few, very volatile places. It means timing the market perfectly, not just once, but consistently. It's not investing, it's speculating. And for every person posting that 50% gain, there are 10 who took the same risk and lost 50%. And they are not posting about it. Their silence is deafening. The deeper psychology here is about comparison and about speed. We live in a world of instant gratification, and we've been tricked into expecting it from our finances. Real wealth building is a slow, compounding process. It's geology, not fireworks. When you internalize that lie, you start making frantic, emotionally driven decisions. You jump from one hot thing to the next, incurring fees and losses, always feeling like you're chasing a train that left the station without you. The stress is immense, and it's completely unnecessary. Line number 2, if you're not maximizing every single dollar, you're wasting it. This is the lie of hyper-optimization. The minute-by-minute breakdowns of side hustles, the complex charts about credit card points, the guilt-tripping over a $5 coffee, because if you invested that for 40 years at 7%, this lie turns money management from a tool for building a good life into a 24/7 mental spreadsheet. It makes every single spending decision a moral and mathematical crisis. Did you buy the name brand pasta? You failed. Did you take a vacation instead of putting that cash into a Roth IRA? Failure. It reduces your life to a series of financial inputs and outputs, and it completely ignores you, the human being, the person who needs joy, connection, and rest to actually function. The truth is, personal finance is, first and foremost, personal. Its ultimate goal is to reduce anxiety and create security so you can live your life. If your pursuit of perfect financial efficiency is making you anxious, miserable, and stressed in the present, you have defeated the entire purpose. Money is a tool. When this lie takes hold, the tool starts using you. Line number 3. The system is rigged, so you have to play a different, secret game. This one is powerful because it contains a seed of truth. There are absolutely inequities in our financial systems, but then it twists into something dangerous. It suggests that traditional, proven paths, like index funds, 401ks, buying a home you can afford, are for the sheep, that the real wealth is in a secret alternative: crypto, forex, some complex option strategy, buying abandoned storage units. This lie preys on disillusionment. It tells a compelling story. You're smart. You see the game is broken, so don't play their game, play mine instead. It makes you feel like an insider, a rebel. It's incredibly emotionally satisfying. But it conveniently forgets that the boring, traditional paths are how the vast majority of actual millionaires, the teachers, engineers, nurses who saved consistently, actually built their wealth, not through secrets, but through simplicity and time. The secret game is almost always far riskier, far less regulated, and requires far more specialized knowledge. It's not a shortcut, it's a labyrinth. And the person selling you the map often makes their money from the sale of the map, not from navigating the labyrinth themselves. So if these are the lies, what's the shift? It's this: stop looking for the secret. Start looking for the context. Whenever you hear financial advice, your first question shouldn't be, does this work? Your first question should be, for whom does this work, and under what conditions? That person showing you their 50% return, ask what percentage of their total net worth is in that bet. What did they lose on the 3 bets before this one? How old are they? What is their day job? The person shaming you for a small, joyful purchase, ask, what is their definition of a rich life? Does it include spontaneity, generosity, pleasure? Or is it just a number on a screen? The person selling the secret game, ask, how long has this been a viable strategy? What happens in a market downturn? What is their own primary source of income? This shifts you from a passive consumer of advice to an active investigator of principles. You're no longer looking for a command to obey. You're looking for data to inform your own personal plan. So, what do you do with this? Tomorrow, when you're scrolling and that familiar spark of what if hits, I want you to have a simple filter. First, listen for the disclaimer they should be giving. In your head, mentally add, this is what works for me with my specific risk tolerance and goals. It may not be suitable for you. If the advice falls apart with that disclaimer, let it go. Second, prioritize the boring fundamentals relentlessly. Before you explore any secret, ask yourself, is my emergency fund solid? Am I getting my full employer match? Am I out of high-interest debt? Are my basic investments on autopilot? 99% of financial security is built here in the unsexy foundation. No social media post about a moonshot stock is more important than this. Third, define what enough means for your portfolio's performance. Based on historical market averages and your plan, have a realistic number. Maybe it's 7 to 9%. When you see the crazy return screenshots, you can say, that's not my target. My target is enough to reach my goals on my timeline. Enough is a powerful word. It disarms envy. I think we come to this topic looking for rules, a clear list of do's and don'ts. But what we actually need is a better internal compass.
because the noise isn't going away. The tempting headlines, the dramatic predictions, they'll always be there, playing on that same hope and fear you felt at the beginning. Your job isn't to find the one perfect voice to follow. Your job is to build your own inner voice so that it's calm and clear and confident enough to hear all the others without being swayed by them. It's the voice that says, "My path is my own. My money is a tool to buy freedom, not just stuff. And my pace, however slow it feels, is still movement. It's still progress." Progress beats perfection every single time. So tonight, maybe you can put the phone down feeling just a little lighter. The pressure isn't to find a secret. The invitation is just to understand your own story a little better and to trust that it's enough. Thanks for listening.